is going to be a live reading for fire signs for the month of July. Just wanted to say thank you for those of you who have subscribed to my channel. Don't know shit about who I am. My name is Crow, and just going to take a moment to clear the space and center myself for the messages that need to come through for fire signs for the month of July 2024. And also, let's just make this a timeless reading, because we live in a time-space continuum that is infinitely perceived. All right, I'm going to be using the 33 Masters deck, which is a deck that I created. So this is for all fire signs. The first card that just jumped out is the alignment card. And this just beckons a time for you to really hone in on your ability to align your words, thoughts, actions to the direction in which that you want to go. I mean, there's so much distraction that's going on out there currently, and it can be really hard for many people to maintain their focus. And focus is necessary for you to move forward. So focus is just one thing that's coming through. So I'm just going to take a moment and ask which for each sign is something, a theme that can help these fire signs align. For Aries, it's remaining calm, and something about your casual situations are not in alignment with where you want to go in your life. How about for Leo fam? So how you are viewing yourself, some mirrors that are around you can be reflecting. This isn't a mirror in a sense of you have some people who you are admiring. See yourself in those qualities reflected within you. It feels like a time for spending calmer shores, spending more time near the ocean, water, anything that's going to help you to reflect in a positive sense. How about for Sagittarius? So Sagittarius, what is going to help you align for July and forward? Your ability to expression, finding your deep expression that reflects how you really view the world, not parroting some shit that you've just read just because it's popular, really finding your authentic voice. We're talking about a lot about finding our authentic voice. And that means really just being true to what's coming up and out of you. So finding your alignment is definitely a part of July and beyond. I mean, this is timeless. I mean, we're always trying to find our alignment. Focus your mind, your heart, your spirit in the direction where you want to go. It's your compass. It drives you in these darker spaces. Many of you might be feeling lost and or just needing a little bit of fine tuning. This is where we get our fine tuning because we're constantly moving, growing, evolving, and it's important for us to understand our alignment, all right? Alignment. And so the way that we are able to align ourselves is just by focusing on what matters. And someone just put ball sack, so does that matter? Does that matter in the reality of things? I don't know who you are, but I would like to kick you out. Thank you for sharing. How do you know what your spirit wants? So your spirit is, I think first and foremost, how do you know what your spirit wants is first and foremost getting in touch with the aspect that is your spirit, right? We have mind, body, soul, and spirit. Do you know what your body wants? Yeah, because you know the language of it. I'm hungry, I'm tired, I'm thirsty, so on and so forth. So the way that you know what your spirit wants is understanding your spirit's language. How does your spirit speak to you? Well, it might speak to you in dreams. I would pay attention to your dreams if you remember your dreams. I think that's one of the easiest ways for people to get in touch with their spirit or an aspect of themselves that is beyond the physical world. Another way for you to understand is that spirit precedes physical, the physical nature. So that means that your spirit is going to give you a jump on what's going to happen in the physical world. Okay? It's like, you know, it precedes your reality. So you might feel things before they happen. It's, what is with this? Ball sacks. I mean, maybe I should put a moderator on this next time, but, well, you can eat a fucking dick. I have no problem telling you to do that. And Jake, you're awesome. Everybody else who's saying ballsack can eat a dick. I might get flagged for that, but I really don't care. So, for those signs of Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, what else do we have in store for you? You see? I don't know how to get rid of you, but it really doesn't matter. You can hang out. So for some of you can, it's time to release your contracts. We have some contracts that we have outdated within the universe. What you have agreed to do in this life can always be changed. Sometimes we think that we are just slaves to our fate, or that all is lost forever and that we're doomed to continually repeat cycles in relationships and so on and so forth, and that there's this archetype of a person that you can never get rid of or surpass. So this is a way for you to, number one, move past the self-limiting beliefs that you have to stay in situations when you don't need to. Okay? Your contracts at work. Renegotiate your contracts at work. Renegotiate your contracts with yourself. Jake, I invite you to listen and ask, but can drugs open your body to the spirit realm? Yeah, but that's not going to give you clear messages. Some people do that, and you're welcome to go and try, but your messages are going to be distorted 100%. And the more likely you are to make contracts with entities when you are on drugs, okay? So this is when entities, when you become vulnerable when you take drugs, when you take any substance, whether it's in ceremony or not. This is why set and setting matter. Look at maps.com, okay? And this is how you use substances in ceremonial and healing ways. I mean, like in America, we're really just going Big Mac and supersizing everything. When in reality, you can learn, it can open up a gateway for you, sure. But meditation, music, drumming, I mean, they're less likely to leave you vulnerable and open for entities for signing up for contracts that you don't want to do in every day-to-day activity. So all of these messages that I'm saying are for everybody who's listening in now and or later. Be mindful of who you're getting into a relationship with, right? Even on the internet, you go into a relationship because you say, I agree to watch this content. I agree to engage in relationship with you in this way. I think that you are God and heaven sent, but I have no idea what's going on with you in your own personal life. And you could be a POS and talking to people like they're the scum of the earth every single day. But on here, you're a guru. I mean, like, so it's being aware of all fire signs and whoever's tuning in of who you come into relationship with. Because relationship is just a subtle contract. But we forget that we can always change. Everything is always changing and growing, and so should your relationship. So if you're being sold short, okay, if people are bullying you, point in case, who it's like you don't have to engage with people in certain ways, right? My normal self would say, okay, peace to you, but no, not today. Okay. I felt like saying something because, like, why would you waste your time doing that? Thank you for giving me the energy and allowing me to transmute that into something positive, okay? That is my new contract and standing up for myself. Boom, right? So we can always change the way that we interact with people and what's going on. And for some of you fire signs out there, maybe you need to stand up for yourself a little bit more and change the way, yeah, my ear is ringing, change the way that you are approaching life. Lots of activity. So where I live, it was very quiet. And it just started to get noisy around here. So for some of you, you're gonna have a lot of noise coming in the month of July and probably forward. All right, so the Karmic Labyrinth, the last card that I'm gonna pull for you fire signs is the Karmic Labyrinth. Am I a pacifist? I wouldn't call myself a pacifist. No. The Karmic Labyrinth is about the karmic ways in which that we create our reality, okay? So it's about how we engage in the world, what we've said to the universe that we're going to do. We can create a web of lies for ourselves, or we can create a web of truth. So this is a way for you to relate to karma in a different way. You don't have to say like, oh, karma's a bitch and karma. It's like a way easier way for you to understand your actions in the world is cause and effect. If I think this way, the effect is going to be on my world that I'm gonna feel like shit. Easy. Or if I think this way, I'm going to feel joyful and I'm going to respond to the world around me as a way that we're all collaborating in this unison of song around the world. So the Karmic Labyrinth comes to you today to tell you that you can choose to engage in the world in a way that is not so hard and not so fixed. Okay, because you create a labyrinth for yourself, and this is a way that you can work yourself out of this labyrinth. All right, so a little bit about myself. I am a spiritual mentor. I've been on this pathway since I was 20 years old. I'm now 36. I've studied with spiritual leaders and guides from all over the world. And so how do I know all this knowledge? I've spent time and energy, and this is a deck that I channeled and created. So you will see certain themes of truth expressed in different cultures all over the world. Truth has the same language, but our physical languages are different. So it's just a vibration. It's a frequency that you can tune into to understand for yourself all of this knowledge. Thank you for engaging, Jake, and thank you for just tuning in. So it's really about, I've definitely had past lives where I've been in this similar role. I've been in contact with those past lives, healed those past lives, worked on myself. Work. A lot of work, a lot of contemplation, a lot of initiations. And life, life does that for us. Knowledge. I'm sure that you have your own knowledge, and it's just following that inside seeking of that knowledge and finding a teacher, whether that teacher be your inner teacher or an actual mentor. I've had very many teachers in my life and been very fortunate. So I was guided out of my own karmic labyrinth, okay, through people who believed in me and saw something in me that I didn't see for myself. And this is not like, they saw the good, the bad, and all the things in between, and they worked with it. And so this is a life path, being someone who reads cards, but also just a teacher, Tuning into different realms is just about opening yourself up. And when you are open, remember, opening doors have two ways. You can come in or you can go out. So this is why I was suggesting for you to be aware when you open yourself up using substances, that you become, your awareness of your vulnerabilities are lessened. And this is not to make you paranoid, it's just to bring awareness. Because some substances do crack your pineal gland open, all right? And you can easily just go off on the deep end and not come back and not be relatable to anybody that walks this planet or this earth, which happens to many people when you have experiences. But you can stay grounded and stay true to who you are and you know yourself to be, and be practical with this knowledge. So it's just about opening up a pathway in your mind. Just like, if I was going to go to school to be an accountant, I would need a teacher to teach me numbers. So just some food for thought for you out there. And for those fire signs, just relating it back to the reading, for those fire signs who feel like they are in need of some knowledge, I pulled, these cards jumped out at me and I was just waiting to pick them up. So we have the Artist, Mastery, Choices, Grace, Time, Slow Down, and Mirrors. All right, slow down is in the center of everything. When you begin to slow down, I'm going to answer your question again, Jake. We tend to speed up with spirit, when in reality, we need to slow down. Because when you walk slow, you never miss a thing. But if you speed up, you almost miss the finer details, the messages. You miss life. You're not present with life. So it's like a stop and smell the roses kind of energy that we need to approach our spiritual practice with. So don't speed up. Don't speed up. Oh, spirit. I gotta go over here and go on the ley lines and go to, Asia and go to the pyramids and contact the celestials, and it's like, and do the ayahuasca and do this. You're speeding up. That's chaos. It's only going to attract chaos. So slowing down, slow yourself down to the rhythm of the earth. Fire signs and those who are tuning in, slow yourself down. Slow it down so that you can see an accurate portrayal of yourself. We have the Mirrors card. Understand that this is your time. This is your time for taking your time. All things time. How you talk about time. I don't have enough time for that. Oh, I don't this. You as a creator of your reality, if you say, I don't have enough time, I don't have time for this, I don't have time for that, you're creating a deficit of time. So what do you get? More, I don't have enough time. So this time card is is bringing your awareness to your relationship with time. The higher reality is that you're probably going to reincarnate again, so you have more time. But also keep that into perspective of not placing that into complacency, right? Where, oh, I have time for all of this and my time will come. Like, if for some of you, if you're waiting for a burning bush, it's never going to come. You are the burning bush. If those of you don't get my reference, then I don't know what to tell you. You know, maybe I'll go into it. The burning bush, I think it was Moses, was waiting for a sign from God, waiting for a sign from the universe, and it came out in a grandiose way. It was a burning bush. So you don't need a burning bush for you to know that it's time for you to take your time. Like, this is my time now. So this is, you know, some of you have been giving away too much of yourself to others. To causes, to fights that are not yours. Stay in your own lane kind of energy, and really understand, what do you want to do with the time that you have here on this earth in this incarnation, all right? You are an artist. You have the ability to create by your words, thoughts, actions, and bring beauty into this world. I think that it was Nietzsche who said that the person who creates, like, artist is responsible for, I'm paraphrasing by the way, artists are responsible for organizing chaos. That's exactly what a magician does. Or any person who's studying Hermeticism, any person who is a spiritual being, right? Practicing spirituality. We're all spiritual beings, but when we organize chaos, organize the thoughts in our mind, and create a painting, right? That's bringing beauty into this world, and that makes a difference. Some of you, this is a chance for you to tune into your mastery. Themes of mastering your life. What does it mean to master your day? What does it mean to be a master instead of being mastered? All right? So those people who are talking about Balzac earlier, they're helping with my self-mastery. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not asking for more of that. However, every person in your life is helping you to become a master of your own self and your emotions, right? So this is beckoning a time of learning. A huge learning period is coming to you, and you are connected to the ascended masters. So the ascended masters being like Buddha, Krishna, we have the Christ consciousness, Sarasvati, all of those higher deities, and people, gods, higher beings, right? Which you can tap into. This, for some of you, this is a message that you have been a master in your past life or previous time. And you can tap into that. So we have choices, all right? This is reminding you of any time that you feel that you only have two choices in life. This is when you cut yourself off to that creative force. That's getting trapped in duality. That's getting trapped in yes and no, right? I'm gonna have it or I'm not gonna have it. Rather than a third answer, which is more likely. We have plenty of opportunities. We have yes, no, and maybe so. All right, since we have three, then there's probably 4 options that I'm not thinking of in my small brain, right? Then there's probably 5. So this is about not locking yourself in to certain situations by your way of thinking. Thinking that you only have 2 choices or that you don't have a choice. This is actually more painful. That thought form is actually more painful to your psyche, your spiritual psyche, your mind, your body, your soul, than your actual situation. Because those thought forms cut you off from the truth that you are always connected to the Creator. You're always connected to source energy, spirit, universe, whatever you want to call it. Okay? You're always connected. And this message is for me. They're saying, yes, for you too. So anytime that we get pigeonholed into thinking, I don't have a choice, we always have a choice. It might not be the ones that we think that we would have or idealize, but it's still a choice. You're choosing to see things in the way that you are. And maybe you are so practiced in your mind that you don't understand that you have a choice. But this is a message for you to bring grace into your life and understand that you have more than one choice, okay? More than one choice available to you. Kind spirits and kind souls, thank you for tuning into this reading. This is timeless. May these words or vibrations, thoughts, anything that was coming through for this be medicine for you and your pathway moving forward. I do private readings. There are ways to get in touch with me that are in my link and in my bio. And thank you for spending this time with me. May you be blessed upon your journey. Peace.